It's going to take
heard
us
about
all.
the
all
EMT
there we
class
go.
through some of my friends. Went to a ride along, took the class, and then I was kind of like, well, here I am.
Getting to meet people that you've helped previously and seeing them on the street, or they've come by the station to say hello and thank you. It's just a rewarding experience. I would do it all over.
Searching for an unforgettable summer for your child? At Old Nell's Farm, campers spend days riding horses, learning horsemanship, caring for animals, making new friends, and enjoying real farm adventures. From beginners to horse lovers, our small camps offer a fun, safe, hands-on experience they'll talk about all year. Old Nell's Farm, DeVille, Louisiana. Call 318-794-9533 to register. Spots are limited.
Hi, this is Pastor Roger L. Green Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a afternoon edition of the Let's Talk Show here on UrbanCast. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our silver sponsor, Acadian Ambulance, for their commitment to our communities. Goes beyond emergency medical services. Their support helps make community conversations like today's conversation possible by connecting the public with information that they can use to improve their lives. Another thing before we get started is we also want to remind everyone about DJ Chark's football camp that's going to be held this weekend over at Alexandria Senior High. You know what? I need to take a look at something here. Let me see something. I think we might have a little problem. It's saying we're live, but it's saying I'm thinking we're only live on YouTube right now. Hold on a sec. Oh no, I think we're good. Let me see. Oh, good. I guess I was just a little impatient. Before we begin again, guys, I want to remind everyone about DJ Chalk's football camp that's going to be held this weekend. But it's not only going to be a football camp, it's going to have a mental health component and a health fair component to it as well. Again, it's going to happen this Saturday, June the 27th at Alexandria Senior High School. Registration begins at 9 a.m. The camp activities are going to run from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will feature vendors, community resources, mental health fair, opportunities for families to connect with organizations serving the region, and things of that nature. Today, we're going to be discussing information every Louisianian should know a little bit about. Joining us today is Juleah Joseph, provider, relationship account manager with Carelon Louisiana Crisis Hub. The Louisiana Crisis Hub provides free, confidential crisis support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I did say that, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Whether someone is struggling with anxiety, depression, overwhelming stress, suicidal thoughts, or another behavioral health crisis, trained specialists are ready to help connect them with the right services. Many people wait until the crisis becomes an emergency before asking for help. Today's conversation is about changing that Julian, I definitely want to welcome you over here to the Let's Talk Show. I apologize because it was just showing me that we weren't live on our primary, so I had to go out and check. If you could introduce yourself.
No problem, no problem. I want to start by first thanking you for the opportunity and the invitation today to speak with you, and kind of share this information with everyone. Again, as Jack said, my name is Juleah Joseph. I'm with the Louisiana Crisis Hub. My role is provider relationship account manager with them, where I serve as a support to the providers of our services around the state in various areas, as well as providing community support, outreach, and building relationship and collaborative efforts throughout different areas in the state to kind of further along this mission of providing this crisis care to our citizens of Louisiana.
Mhm. And tell us in everyday language, what is it that the Louisiana Crisis Hub do? What, do you, what happens?
So basically the crisis hub is part of a larger system, and creates an access point of a myriad of services that make up the crisis response system for the state of Louisiana. As you said in the intro, Jack, we are available 24/7 to be able to address and respond to anyone experiencing a crisis who is in the state of Louisiana.
And who should, before I go to that question, the flyer says something about people decide what crisis means for them. Um, why is that such an important uh, statement to make?
So that is a very integral piece of the platform for this program, in that it's very difficult to put anyone's crisis and what they view as a crisis in a cookie cutter setting, and in a cookie cutter box. So we let the person decide what they feel is a crisis. Because a child experiencing a crisis is going to look different than an adult experiencing a crisis. Um, you know, it's gonna vary. A person could be in crisis for they've lost their job. A person could be in crisis because they're experiencing stress and anxiety. A person could be experiencing crisis because they're being bullied at school. All of those situations are very different. So it's not really determined by you or I to say no, you're not experiencing a crisis, or yes, you are.
Mhm.
I think it's better suited for it to be self-defined by that individual.
And so, even if it's a child that's listening to us right now, and if they dial that number, there would be somebody on that line to answer that child and kind of help guide him in what's the next step or what have you.
Exactly. They could call the line, which they would be 855-242-2735. Or they could
Mhm.
visit the website louisianacrisisconnect.org. And if that child feels like they are experiencing a crisis, help will be ready and administered to them as needed as well. So they have the utmost um authority and opportunity to use it just like an adult would as well.
Okay, all right, and help us understand again in in just everyday words who can dial that number.
Anyone, anyone from the age of 0 on up.
If they can dial that number, they can. Somebody's gonna
If
be
they
on that.
can dial that number, if they can, you can go to, like I said, even on the website. If you
Mhm.
visit louisianacrisisconnect.org, there's a link you can even click on that will take you to a call.
Mhm.
to be able to complete a call. So it's very easily accessible to anyone that's able to use a telephone or a computer.
Okay, all right. And then walk us through before I'm gonna ask you this question first. Walk us through
Mhm.
exactly what happens when one call that number.
So, initially the specialist is going to kind of learn about what is going on with the caller,
Hmm.
who they are, some basic information, and then kind of really delve into what is the problem, what is the concern that they are experiencing. They will talk about the different services that are available to that person that is calling. Um, then help them to decide what it is that is right for them, as far as um to meet the need of this crisis that they are experiencing, and then if needed send help, send an actual direct team to the person's location if they feel like that is what is needed. If that person needs urgent help, they can dispatch, law enforcement or an ambulance to the person's location as well.
Hmm.
Um, so I think that kind of goes back to giving the system and giving people that leeway to know and use the system, and know that it's kind of like it's not a one stop to where if you need additional help to where we can't supply what you need and you need more reinforcements to come in that what we can provide, we can make sure that that is connected to you and you receive those services as well.
So you help anybody that's sitting out there right now. Give me a list of things that you guys could help with.
So it kind of runs the gambit, like we said. Since crisis is self-defined, it could be stress, it could be anxiety, it could be abuse, it could be um um addiction, it could be suicide ideations, it could be intimate partner violence, loneliness, current major events that are happening in your life that you're not really able to really grasp or kind of work through. It, it's a wide scope of, reasons, concerns, issues that someone may call in feeling like, I need something. I need that extra help if you can provide it to me.
Right. Now I know you yourself you're located down south of Lafayette. You guys are going to be here at Ash, and is is this open statewide? Can anybody dial this number? Is it a certain region or what? How does that
Yes,
work?
no, this is actually a statewide number.
Uh-huh.
So anyone in the state from New Orleans to Shreveport could call
Uh-huh.
this one number, and be able to access these services.
And how much I have to pay for it?
It is absolutely no cost to you.
No.
No cost.
You know, I have a question now. You know, I don't see any
Mhm.
questions out there, so I'm gonna throw a question. So, you know, when I'm sitting out here, talking to various people across the board, like there are domestic violence abuse lines, there are suicide lines, there are
Mhm.
alcohol lines, gambling lines. What you're telling me is that if I just so happen to call this number, this person is going to be able to kind of tap me into whatever it is that any challenge that I'm having, any crisis
Cor-
that I'm.
correct.
All right.
Correct.
So you got this. You got to break that down so the people in the back of the room so I can understand it because I don't really understand stuff all the time. I want to make sure I heard you. Now, now I'll put you
Yeah,
on
I
my.
mean, it's a because I feel like and we see it is it can be a very daunting task to someone that's experiencing someone. They, many times they don't know where to start. They don't know where to look. Um, so this hopefully is going to create that opportunity and provide that resource to that person where yes, this person can really direct you to, okay, yes, you need Gamblers Anonymous. Here's that information for you. You need some other resource. You need to be connected to you need to be inpatient because it's just that overwhelming that you need an actual inpatient stay somewhere, that can help to be facilitated through this particular service.
Mhm.
So it is, I mean, yeah, like I said, its purpose is to serve as that main access point that people can kind of call and access here, and then what they need it can be passed off to another service,
Mhm.
because that's kind of what we do, because it is more immediate and urgent what we are doing for you. So
Mhm.
hopefully passing you off and connecting you, not even passing you off, connecting you to that additional resource is what's going to get you to that that next place,
Mhm. Mhm. What
in a
is
better place, hopefully.
okay, yeah, yeah. And so this concept. Now I want you to break this down for me because we're talking about this mobile crisis response. What
Mhm.
exactly is that? Break it again. I'm in the back of the room, so you got to make me understand.
So the mobile crisis response and it is an actual in-person,
Mhm.
face-to-face response
Mhm.
with a team. Typically it's a two-person team that will
Mhm.
come out to the person's location. If they are in agreement, it's completely voluntary if they feel like that is what they need. And this team will help to just kind of help them work through that kind of immediate situation, de-escalate that situation, and
Mhm.
then link that person to whatever additional services they may need to help to increase, enhance, and continue whatever stability and treatment, or whatever they need to kind of keep them moving in that upward direction.
Right. So if I throw a scenario at you right quick, can you kind of give me, um, tell me what that would kind of look like? You know what I mean? Like say for
Okay.
instance, I'm gonna go with two. My first one is I'm a 17-year-old black male and I'm thinking about suicide. Uh, what would that look like? How does that conversation? Not necessarily the whole conversation, but just tell me what I'd expect.
So, and first of all, the person has to agree to having someone to come out to their home, right? Or to where they are, to where they're located. Maybe they're not at home. Maybe they're sitting at a McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're sitting at the library. Maybe they're at a friend's house. Um, you agree to have a person actually come out to the location. Of course, the call center is gonna discuss things about safety plans with that person. Do you have any means of harming yourself at this time, just to kind of get an idea of what's the safety level for that person, as well as the people that will be responding to that person as well.
Mm-hmm.
um Once all of that is kind of figured out, if the team is dispatched to the person's location, they get there. They help that person work through what it is that's going on with them. If they need to go to the hospital, they will help to facilitate that going on.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't need to go to the hospital, maybe they need to be connected with a provider. Maybe they need to be reconnected with a therapist or counselor that they've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
um that team will help to facilitate that connection, for that person. And hopefully that will help to, kind of turn over that leaf. It's not a time frame that they have to work within to say, well, we're here, we can only stay for an hour, we got 30 minutes. Is the time that it's need to kind of get that person in a stable condition, and to a point to where, they can actually kind of come back down to a more reasonable level, And then, like I said, move on to, okay, now what's the next step? Be it a safety plan, be it, okay, we need to get you to the hospital, be it, okay, no, we actually we have a bed for you somewhere. We don't have to go to the hospital. We can go straight to this behavioral health care center. And they're ready for us, so we can help you, walk you through that process to get you admitted and everything there as well.
So tell me, what is a behavioral healthcare center?
So, through the Crisis Hub, the Behavioral Health Crisis Centers are facilities that are 24/7. They are walk-in facilities. Now, walk-in, more voluntary, and they're for more short-term behavioral health crisis intervention. So if you need a more longer-term stay, like I said, this would be very short-term, 24, 48 hours. And then if you need longer, then they help to facilitate getting you to somewhere that has a more longer-term stay for you. If you need, like, a week or 2 weeks, or whatever that may be.
Mhm. And when you guys are talking about community, I feel like I'm in crisis management 101 right now, because I'm learning new stuff. I'm being honest with you. So what is community brief crisis support and crisis stabilization?
So the community brief crisis support services they're kind of like an added benefit. Once the person experiences the crisis, this same crisis team that responds to them
Mm-hmm.
can kind of assist and follow up with that person for about 14 or 15 days
Mm-hmm.
after that crisis is experienced. We
Mm-hmm.
all know that sometimes things don't happen as quickly. If you're not completely just going impatient, immediately, um, you may need that extra kind of hand holding, basically to kind of get you to that next step. So just the team being able to follow up with that person for, a couple weeks, make sure that they connect with um um the provider, or organization, or whoever it is that they need to connect with, to try to make sure that they are on their way to that recovery, that treatment, that more sustainable uh you know si- uh situation.
Mm-hmm. So
And
now,
then,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say, with crisis stabilization, that's another kind of short term um short-term kind of facility, where it is, again, the person is stabilized short-term basis, and then if they need to be admitted to a more longer term facility, then that is they're assisted with having that facilitated.
Just hearing you talking about this now, you guys are taking a holistic view to this thing, and it appeared that, you know when somebody is making that call, you guys are you're enabling it to be accessible. Because one of the things, I haven't even heard you say anything about insurance thus far. You just said, hey, we're going to try to get you the help that you need. We triaging you in. We done did all of that kind of stuff, and you haven't asked anything about insurance. And I just think that that's just very cool. Why do you think people wait too long before seeking help?
um I think many people may not know where to go, or how, where to start
Hmm.
when trying to seek help. I think some people are still faced with stigma
Hmm.
of, seeking help
Hmm.
when it's needed. So I think those are probably a couple of the biggest um challenges
Hmm.
in people waiting, and kind of getting to that point to where they're kind of at their wits end,
Hmm.
versus, kind of acting a little bit quicker, because they don't know where to start. And they're A lot of times it is kind of taboo, like, know that you kind of putting it off, like, know that I'll be fine, and you're brushing it under the rug. So,
And I guess the question that I have, you know, it is always that problem with mental health people, that taboo thing that you just described and all of that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. But I'm observing I'm making an observation of a family member, and they acting a little different.
Hmm.
They're off the thing. And if I just wanted to, and I know something ain't right, but is there a phone? If I dial that number, would that person say, or would they at least give me some of the basis of what I need to start doing, and kind of give me some direction as well?
Most definitely. That is, we have been faced with those types of situations where there is a family member calling. I mean, you think a parent calling for a child where the child is not calling, the
Mm-hmm.
parent is.
Hmm.
Um, so that is definitely something that can be done and something that is done where if
Hmm.
you are you're witnessing what is happening with a loved one or a family member and you're like, okay, no, I need to call, to get you some help. Now we do hope that there is some cooperation, from the person that you are calling for, depending on, how the response will be made. If you're just gonna do a phone call, then it's probably okay.
Hmm.
If a team is going out, we would like to have the person be somewhat in agreement,
Hmm.
of, someone coming out there to, talk to them, work with them, and do whatever needs to be done.
Hmm.
But the family member can, most definitely reach out, on behalf of that person.
Yeah, and so, and when you thinking about that mental thing, and right, initially I was just like, I said they are acting a little different. What are some
Mhm.
of them different things that people should think about, that this person is having a mental crisis, but they've not reached out to anyone, but I know that this is a check marker, that sign of a mental episode or something that's getting ready to happen.
Right. I mean, I think you started, with what you were saying, with exactly kind of where you would begin, with just being real cognizant and in tune with your loved ones and people
Hmm.
that you are, in contact with, and paying attention to what is happening. You see that they are kind of moving a little differently or not moving at all. And you see that kind of distinct difference to where, there is something that is different
Hmm.
about them. And I think that's one of the kind of the main key things that you can look at, especially if this person and you see that they don't appear to be their normal regular selves.
Hmm. After today's conversation, what do you hope that folk remember about this? If they come back and watch it at a later time, and they're watching right now, what do you hope that they really take away from the conversation you and I are having right
Well, I think the key piece is that people know, and remember that they are not alone.
now? Hmm.
That there is help, there are resources, for them, that is available to them, no matter where they are, no matter who they are,
Hmm.
no matter what they think they may or may not have or be able to afford. There are resources that are available to them. And don't wait. Don't wait. If you feel like you are experiencing something, um, call because we are here. We're here to help. We're here to answer that call. We're here to be that resource and that support to the community. So don't feel like you are alone.
And where could one find out a little bit more about you guys?
So again, our website is louisianacrisisconnect.org. Um, and if you on that website, you can pull up a directory of services that will give you names of different providers that are in the area. Those would be teams that would be dispatched to kind of dispatched to the calls that are received where people may get a mobile crisis response. There also in that directory are our local government governing in entities. They're LGEs in different every region has an LGE, and they are very well equipped with seeing people and dealing with behavioral health issues. They have a wealth of information, a wealth of services, um, services that are reasonably priced, are no cost to the individual. That is a very integral partner in us dealing with service, especially if people are struggling with insurance and trying to pay for additional ongoing services once they access the crisis response system. So visiting that website again, louisianacrisisconnect.org. If you feel like you do need to make that call, calling the number, it's 855-242-2735. There is someone there, like I said, 24/7, 365. It's there, use it.
Julia, I just think that, this information is very important. And I think a lot of times people may not use it because they just don't know that this service exists. Or,
Right.
they think that this service is going to cost them something, and they just don't,
Mhm.
they don't have the money. I know here in the Alexandria area. Alexandria is one of the poorest, most impoverished communities in the state of Louisiana. We have a couple of census tracts that have, the poverty is above 50% in our metro area. And we have quite a few of them that are in the 40s. So, that's just not good across the board. But a lot of times people just don't know where I can go get a service. And I think that it's going to cost me. And so I suffer just because I don't have that knowledge to go get it. And it sounds like here, I tried to touch on the points of where you were going to say, where's that insurance card? You never did ask me. I was waiting. You go to the nurse, you go to the doctor. At some point they triage you. Then they can say, "Now, where's your insurance card?" And
Right.
I didn't hear you. But so it's really important that if you're watching us right now, we're talking about this thing called mental health, and we've been talking about men's health. We've been talking about all that kind of good stuff. To know that this is a service that's out there for everybody in the state of Louisiana, no matter what your social economical background is.
Right.
You just need to know one thing: I need help, and I can pick up that phone and call you guys. I guess that
Correct.
knowledge was transferred a little bit. Julie, do you have anything before we get ready to close that you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, again, I thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today and really help to get the word out to the community that this
Mhm.
resource is available to them. Because I like you said, I think people just they don't know.
They
They
just
don't
don't.
know, so that they that's why they may not react or look for help because they don't know what help is out there for them. So just being able to talk about what the Louisiana Crisis Hub is, and how it is accessible to everyone, no matter your ability to pay or not,
Mhm.
um is is phenomenal, and I truly appreciate the opportunity to do that.
I thank you for making the time to actually come join us today, and we talk about it. The other thing is, I just like the idea that I can call you if I have a gambling problem. I can call you if I'm feeling suicidal. I'm just anxious. I lost my job. I'm homeless, and that's an issue. I just like the idea that knowing that I can give you guys a call because I'm on the edge. And I get to define what the edge means, not somebody else.
Right.
You guys are going to try to connect me with the appropriate resources that I'm going to need to get through whatever I'm going through.
Exactly.
So I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us a little bit about y'all's process, and for sharing this important information with our community. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Asking for help
Mhm.
is a sign of strength, not a weakness. If you or someone else is experiencing a behavioral health crisis, help is available here in the state of Louisiana
Mhm.
through the Louisiana Crisis Hub. You can get to them at louisianacrisisconnect.org, all
Mhm.
one long word, no spaces, or you can call that 855-242 actually care, CARE, or 2273, right? I did my homework
Right.
a
It's
little.
right. 855-24-CARE-5 is the
All right.
so I gave the complete number, but eight five
Okay.
five two four care 5 if you want
No,
to remember it that way as well.
okay, I hear you. And before we go, we would also again like to thank our silver sponsor, Acadian Ambulance, that's down in y'all foot area. The partnership helped Urban
Mhm.
Cast continue bringing meaningful community conversations directly to Central Louisiana. We truly appreciate their investment in public awareness and community well-being. Another thing, this is in conjunction with the DJ Chark football camp that's going to be held this weekend over at Ash on Saturday, June the 27th. Ash is located at 800 Ola Street here in Alexandria. Registration is going to kick off at 9 a.m. Activities are going to get kicked off around 10. Jillian and all of the other vendors are going to be over there around the track somewhere, and they're going to have pamphlets on what they have to offer. There's going to also be a lot of door prizes, according to Dietrich Chark and DJ Chark. They say, they're ready for the parents to be there. So this is not a football camp just for the kids where you drop them off and the parents don't have anything to do. Parents are really going to have the ability to go learn about resources that are available in the community. So if you guys are listening to us, make sure y'all, tap in, step in, and go see what's out there and available to you. Thank you guys for watching Let's Talk. Please like, share, help someone else learn about this important resource in our community. Until next time, we'll see you next time here on UrbanCast. Julian, if you can just hang on in there, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream.
Okay.
I heard about the ENT class through some of my friends. Went to a ride along, took the class, and then I was kind of like, well, here I am.
Getting to meet people that you've helped previously and seeing them on the street, or they've come by the station to say hello and thank you. It's just a rewarding experience. I would do it all over.
Searching for an unforgettable summer for your child? At Old Nell's Farm, campers spend days riding horses, learning horsemanship, caring for animals, making new friends, and enjoying real farm adventures. From beginners to horse lovers, our small camps offer a fun, safe, hands-on experience they'll talk about all year. Old Nell's Farm, DeVille, Louisiana. Call 318-794-9533 to register. Spots are limited.
Hi, this is Pastor Roger L. Green Sr., pastor of the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. We're welcoming you to our worship services on Sunday morning. Sunday school begin at 8 a.m. Worship services begin at 9 a.m. Come and grow with us, a place of faith, family, and fellowship. We would love to have you. Come see us Sunday morning. We'll see you there.
Hey, did you know Long's Products is a family-owned janitorial supply with mops, brooms, trash bags, and they even have food service disposables, carry-out plates, and to-goes? Check us out.